We all go a little mad sometimes, haven't you?
Hi, I'm Dr. Kunai. I am a psychiatrist filling in for Dr. Oz, who is out today due to a herpes flare-up. Today we're going to be discussing anger. What is anger? Anger is an emotional response to frustration of a desire. It is a threat to someone's physical and emotional well-being. Anger is a normal response, but it can be expressed in an unhealthy manner. Anger can affect us physically and is also a risk factor for things such as increased blood pressure, stroke, and heart disease. Certain diseases can also cause anger. Diseases such as Alzheimer's, temporal lobe epilepsy, and brain injury are also known to exhibit symptoms of anger. All right, now let's meet some mad people.
Hurry up! Come on!
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
All right. Tell me about your daughter.
I don't know, ever since my husband and I got divorced, she's been so angry. She's been acting out.
Acting out how?
She'll be doing her homework one moment and then the next she's just throwing her paper. She gets red in the face. She's hardly ever smiling anymore. I don't know what to do.
And what do you do when she gets like this?
Well, first I try to talk to her, but she doesn't listen when I'm trying, so then I get frustrated. I stand up and make her go to her room.
Well, that sounds pretty tough. I have here today a behavioral therapist that might actually be able to help manage some of these problems. Would you be willing to meet her?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's bring out behavioral therapist, Dr. Turn Your Frown Upside Down.
Dr. Turn That Frown Upside Down, and I was listening to your situation backstage, and I have a couple suggestions that might be helpful. Okay, so I understand you said you're going through a divorce,
Yeah.
so that can be part of the issue that could be making your daughter angry. Talking is a good thing, but the way you talk you want to be aware of. So I heard you say that you just get really frustrated, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
But you want to control how your tone is. So you want to keep a calm tone. You don't want to raise your voice, and just really stay calm so that way you can keep the situation under control. Also, you said that you like to stand up over her. That could actually make things worse. So I would suggest staying eye level with her. And then also, rather than sending her directly to her room, give her choices. So say, Maya, you can either go to your room or you can have some quiet time, and then we can talk about your behavior. So that might help.
Those are really helpful. I never thought that my own anger I bring into our conversation, and I kind of escalate things rather than help. So I'll keep those in mind. I'll try to work on that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, next to the show we have Danny, who has a history of anger and shows aggression. She has had a history of road rage and rear-ending senior citizens. Please welcome Danny. How you doing?
All right. I'm like really flustered.
Yeah, you seem a little...
It's been rough.
So what's going on?
I was in the parking lot trying to find a spot. I'm already super late and there's like no parking whatsoever. And this lady cannot pull out of her spot. And I mean, I'm kind of impatient sometimes.
Right.
Not that bad though. She like could not come out. I mean, it was like a 7-point turn. And I was getting really frustrated. I mean, you should be able to pull out of a spot, right?
Yeah.
And that's normal.
Yeah.
I'm not asking too much.
Well, I don't know. Well, let's find out. Well, Danny, what you didn't know is that we had hidden cameras watching you. And we caught everything on tape. So let's see how slow this old lady was and how patient you really were.
Hurry up! Come on! Oh my gosh! Finally! 7 days later. 8 days later. 9 days later. Please go a little bit slower. You've got to be kidding me. You don't need to do it 7 times. Who taught you to drive?
Is she asking too much? We have a behavior therapist who is going to be discussing with her these issues. Please welcome Dr. Tickles.
Hi Danny, I'm your behavioral therapist and I'm going to be helping you dealing with ways to deal with your road rage. So first, you're going to identify your emotions, realize that you're getting angry. Second, try progressive relaxation. So start with your toes, tense them up, then relax, then work your way up to your face. Okay. And you could also take deep breaths. So deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. You can also try distraction, so maybe turning on the radio. So if you're having trouble relaxing during these situations, you can remove yourself from it. So just drive away. Don't take that parking spot anymore. If it's going to make you mad, it's better just stay away from it. Okay.
Interesting. Well, thank you very much for your time. You guys can go now.
Thank you.
So, our next guest coming up has a history of violent behavior and physical abuse.
No, I didn't. I totally bombed it, so I'm kind of upset about that. I know. It's just one more week. I'm like so sick of taking finals and tests and everything like that. I just can't believe it. Oh, dude! Like, what the hell? What's your problem? Why are you standing there like that, huh? What's wrong with you? Hey, you have a problem with me? You have a problem with me? Huh? Personal space. Like, don't you know what that's about?
Please welcome Joanne. How you doing today?
All right.
Good? Feeling good?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, so why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? What is the issue with your anger?
Well, people say I'm violent, but it really is because I come from a violent home. And my mom was with my dad, and she left him because he used to beat her. And ever since then, I just kind of drank a lot. It just helped me cope with it, and I never really learned how to deal with aggression without hitting someone because I learned it from my dad.
So when you get angry, what technically happens? Are you usually throwing punches, kicking, biting? What's going on?
Yeah, it kind of leads to that, unfortunately. Like when someone even looks at me the wrong way, I start to get kind of angry and I'll clench my fist because I'm really trying not to hurt anybody, but my mind just keeps racing about how mad I am about it, and then I start talking really fast to them. Sometimes I don't even realize it. I just start cussing at them, and then I hit them.
Yeah. So do you feel in control when this is happening? Do you have memory of this, or it's just like
Sometimes
you see red?
I see red, yeah, and I don't even know I hit them until someone's like pushing me down, or I got arrested once, but I was drinking too, so I ended up in jail for that.
Okay. So in this past year, has it been getting worse? Do you think it's been getting easier as time goes? Are you learning to cope with it, or it's just building up?
I would say it's building up, and it's come to the point where I've had multiple arrestments, and I need some help. I need to learn how to deal with this because I don't want to go to jail anymore. What's going to happen? I'm going to end up in prison. I know that's my reality, and I need help.
Okay. So we do have someone here that can help you. Introducing our next behavioral therapist, Dr. Feelgood.
So I was sitting backstage, and I think it's really good that you want to find other ways to cope.
Yeah.
So the main thing is keeping yourself safe and keeping others safe.
And I really suggest that you meet up with a psychiatrist and get help therapy, and they're gonna see if you might need any medications like anti-anxiety, anti-psychotics to help you, and they're gonna teach you other ways to cope. And a main thing you want to do is when you start feeling that way, you want to remove yourself from the situation like we heard earlier, and kind of step away, take deep breaths to try to calm yourself down. But other things that most people don't know is that all this anger and violence can lead to hypertension, cardiovascular issues, and even cerebral issues like stroke and stuff like that. So we want to avoid that, and the way to avoid that is definitely seeking help early on. So that's what we want to do, some things.
Okay.
So do you think you can like take yourself away from the situation when you start feeling angry at someone? Just go somewhere else by yourself and take some deep breaths? Is that something you can see yourself doing?
Yeah, I could do that. And the anti-anxieties, because, I feel anxious all the time. And so when someone really ticks me off, it's easy to get there and just be violent. So,
Okay, so maybe afterwards I can give you some recommendations of where to go and who to see and what I would recommend for you, and they'll be able to help you more.
okay, sounds good.
Okay, well, I hope that helped you a little and kind of pushed you towards the right direction. So thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
So today we've discussed a lot about anger. And if you know anyone who is suffering from anger or is actually having emotional or physical trauma due to their anger, www.betterhelp.com. It's a great and helpful resource. And if you have any further questions, make sure to talk to your primary care provider. Thank you.
Party and you know it, clap your hands.